Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Thank you for joining us tonight. My name is Amber Zaidi, and I am the admin for ISGH Job Networking. As you know, we are a committee that works for you. Our goal is to help you attain and develop skills that will make you more marketable in the workforce. We offer many classes throughout the year and try to assist everyone. So our classes range from GED, ESL, basic computer skills, to more technical classes like Python, SQL, Agile, and more. For more information, please scan the QR code you see on the screen or go to our website, isgh.org/networking. Okay, so let's get started. We're looking forward to an illuminating session tonight with our wonderful guest speaker, Ms. Hikmah Jamal. Ms. Hikmah is a college student pursuing a bachelor's degree in psychology. She enjoys volunteering and helping the community in any way possible. She is actively involved in Girl Scouting programs and strives to empower the youth. She is also an active member of our job networking community. We are highly appreciative of her for stepping up to take this project on and present this relevant information to you tonight. Welcome, Ms. Hikmah.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm Ms. Hikmah. I'll be hosting and presenting today's event. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and just dive into everything. Give me one moment. All right. I hope everyone can see my screen. Okay. So today I've set down 5 apps for you that I have done research on through the App Store. These are all available in both the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. So today I have Indeed, LinkedIn, Glassdoor, Snagajob, and ZipRecruiter. I'm just going to go ahead and get started with Indeed. So Indeed is a really good search engine, job search engine. I actually personally used Indeed myself whenever I was looking for a job, and it's by far one of my favorite apps to work with. Aside from the basic job searching services that they provide, like job filters and job postings, I wanted to dive a little bit more into the other services that they provide that I don't see on other apps, and that will definitely be of help for job seekers such as us. So this is kind of a little bit of 6 different services that they provide for job seekers. And I'm going to dive into them a little bit more. So the first service is to create or upload a resume. As you know, whenever you're applying for a job, you have to send in your resume as well. But Indeed gives you the opportunity to build a resume through their app. And also you can save it as a PDF. So it's not only saved in their app and only used to apply for jobs through the job postings they have posted. You can also download it and use it as a base resume for anything that you're doing. That's something that I really like about it. They also offer a few resume tips to kind of build your resume and help it a little bit more. And you can add things such as your name, location, awards, achievements, stuff like that on your resume that you build with them as well. And yeah, that's good for a resume. I really like the feature that they provide that you can build your resume and you can download it as a PDF. That's something that I haven't seen on any of the other apps. So I really like that about them. The second one that I want to dive into is the salary insights. So Indeed actually dives a lot deeper into salary insights for companies and job postings compared to other apps. So they give you insights as to what city is the highest paid for that role that you're looking into, what's the base salary or average salary that everyone with that role currently has, some benefits that they provide in that role, what companies are hiring, what companies have the best reviews for that role or that position. That just allows the job seeker to kind of dive in a little bit more and see the insights of the salary and what you're looking for and if that company or that role specifically matches for you. They also provide some career advice. So this page in their app actually is kind of more a blog style. They have a couple of articles on there you can search through to see some interview tips, just some common job seeking advice that they provide. And I really like that. And the blog style makes it very welcoming and easy to use and easy to navigate. They also provide a service to browse companies. So you can dive a little bit deeper into looking into companies. Sorry. They give you a little bit more information about companies that you want to apply for. give you interview insights. And I feel like this is something that job seekers really need and can utilize is what kind of questions are you going to be asked in an interview if you were given one? And you can just kind of practice them a little bit rather than just searching regular interview questions online. You can see it specific to that company that you're applying to. They also have a section, a Q&A section on the company page in Indeed. So you can kind of just have, it's like a discussion board kind of thing. You can just ask a question and look at some answers for it, common answers. And then as well as that, you can look at some available job postings that they currently have posted on the app. So I really like that, kind of dives deeper into the companies and the culture there, and also has reviews on the company from previous employees or current employees as well. And the last thing that Indeed that I want to dive into is their ability to display school profiles and also help job seekers find certifications that will help them in their position or in their career. So things such as CPR, they provide some insights into what the certification is, a little bit of some reviews, some schools that are hosting those certifications or providing the classes, the cost for the class or the certification. And I really like that. That's something that I also haven't seen in some other apps is the ability to look into certification information, because you can make more on your salary or more on your pay if you have a certain certification that other employees don't have. And I'm actually going to dive into that a little bit more. I'm going to show you some of the pages. Give me 1 second. Okay. So these are some of the reviews that they have. As you can see on the left, I'm doing a CPR certification. So they show reviews for it, for the schools. They give you school information and reviews on the school. And then on the right side, they give you some more information about what the CPR certification is. And then they get deeper into the reviews. And here, as you can see displayed across the screen, they kind of averaged up some of the reviews. So if you're looking for one question quickly, or you have one question, you can just click on that and kind of dive into the reviews that other people have put up there. So there's things such as, did this certification help you make more money? A valid concern. Would you recommend this certification? And then, did this certification help you get a job? Those are some very important questions to ask especially if you're willing to invest some money or about to invest some money into a certification that you think is going to help you with your career. So that's Indeed. It's pretty solid job app. I really like it. It's simple, straightforward. The display is something that I actually really enjoy, especially because for me, job searching and applying to different job posting is kind of already a little bit of a stressor. So I really appreciate it when the app is really easy to navigate and just simple and straightforward. And that's what I really like about Indeed. On the left and the left graphic, you can see that these are some of the services that I just showed you and described in detail. They're all in one area. You can just go ahead and click on them whenever you feel like you need to look into one of them. It's super simple. The middle graphic is your basic homepage. So you're going to look at the job posting, and as you see, they have a few little insights on the job posting before you even click it. So they have some salary insights. So how much are you going to get paid? For instance, for this job, you're going to get paid $18 an hour, or that's what they might offer you. And then they're also giving you a few other insights, such as this company is hiring or offering on the spot, and you can be an early applicant. And then they give you the location, the ability to save the job posting or not see posting similar to that anymore on your homepage. They also at the top have your little messaging icon. So that's where you can see if any employers have contacted you through the app and communicate through there. And then also set your notifications on to see if you want to get active notifications. And then the very right graphic is just some more services. So you can have the ability to look at company reviews, look into salaries, and then just manage your profile or jobs that you've applied to. So that's what I really like about Indeed. Now we're going to go ahead and move on to the really big one, LinkedIn. Very popular app. I would say that LinkedIn is more of a social networking business professional platform rather than solely a job searching platform. And that's actually what I really like about LinkedIn. And that's what makes it so unique. It allows business professionals to communicate and create a platform for themselves. You can go ahead and do research or look into the current updates of what's going on in your industry and see who is doing what in your industry and kind of get a gist of it, and just update yourself on stuff on LinkedIn and searching through other people's profiles. And you can connect with other business professionals. And that's what I really like about it. Their job network, their job search application process is also very simple and very forthcoming. I really like it. Personally, my favorite area or app to search for jobs in. Application process is super easy. They provide you a few more insights, such as how many people are being hired for that role or how many people have already applied to that role. And then they also, honestly, for youth, just as such as me, I'm currently a college student. It gives you a little bit of an edge up because everybody your age has a LinkedIn profile, and it kind of just gives you a step forward. Even the job that I currently have, I applied through LinkedIn, and it was an amazing experience. You can upload your resume on there and directly apply through the app, and that's what makes it super simple. And in addition to that, you can also have your separate profile where you display your achievements, your education, your past work experience. And again, it just gives you a little bit of an edge up, and that's what I really like about it. It's honestly considered to be a little bit of a virtual resume for whenever you're applying to jobs, or even whenever you just want to look into another person and their career path and kind of get some insights on that. So they actually provide a subscription plan. So for the free plan, when you join the app, you can obviously just connect with other people on the platform, have a little bit of a messaging system, have your own profile, upload your own resume, and you can also save and apply job postings. It's pretty straightforward. But for premium career job seekers, you have the ability to go in ghost mode. So other people won't see who's viewing their profile. You also have access to their app or their platform, LinkedIn Learning, which is very well known. And they have a lot of good content on there for business professionals seeking to increase their knowledge and just learn a little bit more, or even any tech classes, anything that you're trying to learn. They have a few Word classes or Microsoft classes. So those are really cool. And they also have the ability, to indulge in interview preparation. So they give you some help with your interview or interview questions. And that's what I really like about them. Also, in addition to that, separate job postings, you also have the ability to search through company profile pages and kind of look at different things. So smaller companies such as startups, they actually might not have a specific job posting posted out there, but they might be looking for help and communicate that through a post on LinkedIn. So it's not a direct application process. It's more of like you email them, but it shows you more opportunities and more job posting kind of things that you can apply for, especially for startups. So that's what I really like about LinkedIn. Straightforward. You can just you can communicate with other net professionals and just reach out, see if you want any help, see what others doing in your career field as well, and connect with previous high school reunion kind of thing. That's what I really like about it. Now we're going to dive into Glassdoor. So Glassdoor is actually similar to LinkedIn, but I would say it's similar yet different. Glassdoor isn't such a social networking kind of platform, but it allows you to provide more for the app or add reviews and kind of dive into that a little bit more. And then it also has the search factor, like job search and application process kind of thing as well. So the front page is actually very inviting and welcoming. They have a section where you can look into the top CEOs and top places to work at, or top companies to work at currently, and just look into that. They also provide the ability to look at salary insights and companies that are hiring specific roles, and look into dive into the companies. They also have company pages and profiles I'm going to show you in a quick second. And then you also have the ability to upload your own resume, or just use your profile to apply for jobs, which I really like as well. And then obviously privacy is more of an issue these days when we're being so high tech. So you have the ability to set your profile to private in the sense of only employers that you have applied for their job posting, they will be able to see your profile and not just every employer out there. And this application process is not directly through the app. It'll take you to it'll open another browser, but you're still able to mobile apply, and that's what I really like about it as well. So I'm going to show you a few of the graphics. As you can see on the left is just the home screen. It's going to show you the different job postings that are currently out there. They have the time that it was posted, the ability to save the job posting, location, and then obviously they just have the regular search filters. The middle graphic that I have on the screen is a unique feature. So on the center of the toolbar at the bottom, you have the ability to just click there, and that's where you will add whatever insights you want to the app and contribute to it. So you can add different interview insights, you can add salary insights, and just contribute to the app, and other people are also job searching, and it's completely anonymous. And then on the right side, you'll just see a company profile page where they have the information. So they have recent updates, they have reviews, current jobs, they have salary insights and interview insights, and then also your ability to add a review. The one con that I would like to say about this app is it is a little bit busy. So as you can see from the homepage for the Home Depot, it has a lot of information going on, and it kind of is a little bit too much of a visual source for me personally. So it was not my 100% favorite app. It does the job, and I like the ability to add your different insights in there, but just the graphics and the visual is a little bit too busy for me. Okay, and now we are going to move on to Snagajob, sorry. So Snagajob is also a pretty straightforward, just job search app. I really like this app as well. It's simple, straightforward. It has a few unique features that I actually want to talk about. So this one, it takes you directly to that website for the job posting, but there is no browser, there's no direct application through the app. So it's going to take you directly to the link for the job posting. And then if it is through a Snagajob website, you'll be able to answer a previous questionnaire prior to applying that just kind of filters out a little bit more for the employer. A unique feature that Snagajob actually has, I'm going to show you, is it's kind of a fun feature to work with when you're looking for jobs. So they have a separate page, as you can see, the toolbar is on the left side, and there's a section called daily matches. So anything that's kind of linked up with your profile or what you've recently been looking at, you have the ability to click that section, click that page, and then look at on the right side a job posting. The unique thing about this is that it has like a swipe kind of feature. So as you can see the job posting, you can simply click dismiss or save, but you can also swipe to the right. Swipe to the right means that you're going to save the job or apply for the job. So save the job, and then swiping to the left means that you don't like the job, remove the job posting from that section. And then if you swipe up, you have the ability to apply directly to the job. It's a very unique and different visual kind of thing going on the app, but it's a little bit fun to play with. And it's simple too as well. You can just simply swipe whenever you're looking at job postings on the go. That's what I really like and kind of enjoy about Snagajob. And then another unique feature that they kind of have is another visual feature, actually. So as you can see on the left side, you have the ability to input your availability, but on this very interesting graphic, it kind of makes this process a little bit simpler because you're not trying to dive deep into the specifics of what time you're going to be available. You can just simply click mornings, afternoons, or evenings. And then green will represent that you're available, and then gray will represent that you're unavailable. So it's just it makes it a little bit simpler when inputting your availability. And then on the right side, I have a little bit of a visual for the profile outlook. So you have your own public URL, so you can click that or send that in your resume as well. That's a service that LinkedIn also provides. And then you can set your profile to private or public. again, for employers that you applied to or not apply or you haven't applied to. And then you have the ability to select how many hours or input how many hours you're going to be available per week, and if you have reliable transportation. That is a question that other job search apps don't directly ask, but it's an interesting one. And it's actually, I think it's a very good feature that they have, because that's a common question that kind of should be asked, in my opinion. And then at the bottom, you can just display your education, your work experience, and you can add some references. And then the last thing is a personality quiz. So they actually provide a service where you can take this personality quiz, and it claims to be a 90-second quiz to help employers see your best work environment. Very unique to snagajob. I really like it. It kind of helps with the insights of what the app's also going to provide you, and match you with employers that are kind of going to match with your best work environment based off the personality quiz. So that's it about snagajob. We're going to move on to the last app that I wanted to discuss today, and that is ZipRecruiter. So ZipRecruiter is your basic job search app. It doesn't provide as many services as the other apps that I've just discussed do. However, that's what makes it unique, and that's what I like about it. It's very simple. You can just apply to jobs, search for jobs that you're directly looking for, look at the job postings. It's really simple, straightforward. That's what I really like. And I'm going to show you a little bit of the graphics or how the app actually looks. So on the left side is the homepage. You're going to go ahead and look at job postings that they have displayed for you at the front and center. You can also give them some insights as to if the job postings that you're looking at or that they're providing for you are satisfactory to your preferences. You can go ahead and search for jobs, and then it also gives you the ability to see what popular searches are going on. So in this graphic, it shows no experience jobs, part-time jobs. And then you also have the ability to dive a little bit deeper into the filters that you want to apply, to kind of narrow down a couple of jobs. And then on the right side, you just have a little bit of a job posting. So here they have some basic information about the job. It's very simple. The one thing that really draws me to this app is the clean look. It's the clean, simple look. It's nothing extra, nothing too complicated. When I just want to look at the basic information that I need, that I want to know, that I want to apply for that job, it's straightforward. And another unique feature that they have is that once you've actually applied to a couple of jobs and you've uploaded your profile and updated it, you can go ahead and just do a one-tap apply. So what that is basically, as it states, you just click on the apply now button, and even on the homepage, you can just see that they have the one tap ready, and you just click it, and then you've applied to the job, and then you'll wait for the employer to get in contact with you. One thing that I wanted to say about all these apps is that the information in the job postings depends on the employer or the poster. Even if the app provides certain information that they want to provide, that they have different than other apps for the job posting specifically, if the employer doesn't add that into the job posting, then it'll be available for you to see. So that's something to keep in mind whenever you're looking at job postings. And that's the apps today that I have for you. I have a little graphic that I have set up. I'm going to just pull it up real quick. So just give me 1 second. Okay, so can you see my screen? All right, so I have this little PDF that Sister Ember is also going to send out through email after this event is over. It has the presentation link. So if you want to refer back to the presentation, you can go ahead and click on this Prezi link and it'll take you directly to it. And then also a little bit of a comparison chart that you can see what apps have certain services that other apps don't have. For instance, messaging right here, you can see that ZipRecruiter doesn't provide that service, but Indeed, snagajob, and LinkedIn do. So it's just a little bit of a chart for you to reference if you're wanting to use one service and you wanted to see what app has that and what doesn't. I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen and we can open up the floor for questions.
Thank you so much, Ms. Hikmah. What a great session. There were some apps I was familiar with, but I was not aware of all the features out there. So this is very informative. We do have a couple of questions from our participants through chat and through email. The first one is that should I open an account with each app?
So I would say that that's based off personal preference. For me personally, I'm gonna be real with you. They do have a little bit of a spam through email. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend opening a profile with each app, especially because some of the apps have the same job posting displayed throughout like each app. So you can click on one job posting, and it'll also be provided in like snagajob too if you're applying through ZipRecruiter, because it's taking you directly to the link to the website. So it's to the company website. And that's something that is pretty important to keep in mind. So I wouldn't personally recommend opening a profile for each app. Find an app that you fit, like you like the style, and you like the service that they provide, and then apply through there. I think that just keeps it relatively simple.
Great. Another question is, what is your feedback on the effectiveness of these apps? And what is the best way to find a job?
So effectiveness wise, I think since it's taking you directly through the direct link on the website, it's pretty good. You also have the ability through different apps to display different information, and have some resume help. So LinkedIn, honestly, my favorite app. It gives you, as I said before, a little bit of step forward, and gives you a little bit of it's kind of a virtual resume. That's my personal favorite, but they're pretty effective because it's taking you directly to the website.
Great. We do have another question. What advantages do I have when using an app as opposed to a website or other traditional mediums?
So this is a really good question, and one I'm pretty sure a lot of you have. The app simply gives a lot of the ability to do job searching on the go. So if you have some spare time, for instance, you're at like a car shop, getting your car fixed, you just have the ability to browse through those apps and not carry your laptop around you. And that way you can do more research about what jobs you're looking for through job postings, see what benefits you want, look into the companies, through the company profiles. It's more of a research, ability to research on the go, or even apply on the go. Just as like ZipRecruiter, you can go ahead and just do the one tap apply.
Oh, okay. And is it not unsafe to put details of my academic career or the clubs I was part of, my email, my phone number out there?
That's also a very, very valid concern. Even me being personally a very private person, that was a concern for me as well. As I mentioned throughout multiple apps on in the presentation, I think it was Snagajob and Glassdoor, as well as LinkedIn and possibly Indeed. You have the ability to set your profile to private, and that would entail just having the employers that you've applied to. They would have the ability to see your profile. So not everybody would have the ability to see your profile. But if you want other employers to see your profile so you can be matched with different jobs that you didn't necessarily have in mind, you also have the ability to set it public.
Okay. And somebody is saying that they need some help with improving their resume. Do any of these apps provide these kinds of services?
So actually, the job networking group that is hosting this meeting provides resume tips and resume help. They also have volunteers on site to help you with interview help as well, or preparing for interviews. So Sister Amber, if you can please share your email in the chat, you can go ahead and email her.
Sure. Great. Some questions that are coming in right now are, is it important to tailor my resume to fit each job description when I apply for a particular job?
I would say that for similar jobs, so in a category, if you were applying for a marketing job, I would highlight certain aspects of or certain skills that I have that would be used in an environment for a marketing job. But if I was to work as a cook, then I would want to use different, I would want to highlight different skills. So I would say kind of stick with a category and try to highlight the skills necessary for that job. and then update your resume in that sense, but not necessarily for each job posting or everyone that you apply to.
And kind of a follow-up to that is that once you have a job and if you're satisfied with it, should you remove yourself from these apps or continue to receive emails?
So you actually have the ability, specifically from Indeed that I can remember, to close your profile if you don't want to have it open anymore. I think honestly, that's also just a personal preference. If you're not looking for a job anymore and you're satisfied, then I wouldn't see the need to stay on the app. LinkedIn, however, if you only used it for job searching, I would stay on it for job networking just because it can build your professional profile. But other than that, that's a personal preference.
Great. And we have one more question. Out of these apps, which would you recommend for building a professional platform and networking?
Definitely LinkedIn. If I haven't made it clear already, definitely my favorite app. It's just easy. It's very, I would say it has a reputation to it. And it definitely helps build specifically your professional profile. You can interact with different companies. You can interact with different individuals, CEOs, just connect with them. And that's what I really like. That's super cool about it, because even if you're not interested in working specifically in one field, you can still look into it and see what's going on in that field and stay updated even in your own current field.
Okay. I got one more question over here. Can I have two resumes or two profiles, I suppose, one for applying to particular jobs and one a general one, so I can be matched with jobs I may not know about or I guess.
So I would say because it's based off of one email, you would have to use two separate emails to open two separate profiles. Honestly, I would encourage you to try that yourself on a specific app that you choose, because I don't want to give you some misinformation. But from my understanding, you can only use one email for one account.
Okay. And when a company posts jobs on their website, do the apps show these new jobs? Is it real time or is there a lag, or do you have any insight in this?
So I can specifically give you an instance on LinkedIn where you can see a posting that's been posted about like an hour prior. I wouldn't know for sure on the other apps. I guess you would just have to kind of check it out and see yourself. But there are a lot of applications or job postings on there that have been only like a day old. So I think it updates pretty real time. But again, you'd want to check for yourself.
Okay. Well, wonderful. We have a couple of just notable comments. Somebody had earlier also said that this was really great information and they learned a lot from you. So thank you so much. And we have one more sister who is saying that you're doing a brilliant job. So alhamdulillah.
Thank
Um,
you.
we do have a couple of more questions. How can I connect to other people in the same field over LinkedIn? Do you have any insight in this, Hikmah?
So I would want you to check and kind of look through the app yourself. But you have the ability to search different topics, I believe. And once you start connecting with certain people in one field, I believe it brings you over to other people who are in the similar field. So for me, some of the past jobs that I've had, LinkedIn connects me or shows me profiles of people who have previously worked there or are currently working there as well. So it kind of expands you without you directly searching for that expansion as well.
Okay, and we do have, actually, there's a couple of more questions coming in. How does one present a complete portfolio on these apps to potential employers while sharing details reservedly?
I would say stay conservative on exactly how much detail you're putting into your profile. Again, you won't directly upload your resume into the app necessarily. You would add your resume when you're applying to jobs. So your resume with have the most detailed information that you want out there to an employer before you're contacted by them. And that'll be sent directly to them. It's not going to be available for other people to see.
And are there any particular apps that are good for seeking remote positions?
Honestly, that's kind of a filter now, especially with COVID, to search for a remote job. And I believe all platforms provide that filter. So you can just click on that filter and see what kind of options you have for job postings, for remote job postings.
If it looks like we do not have any more questions, so thank you, Ms. Hikmah, and thank you to everyone who joined in tonight. We appreciate you taking the time and sincerely hope that you benefited from this information. Please remember to follow us on social media. We are on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. And please email us and let us know what topics you'd like to see in the future. I'd also like to just take a minute and remind everybody that Job Networking Committee does have a resume team and an interview prep team. So if you guys have a resume that you'd like assessed and kind of updated, or if you do not have a resume and need help from scratch, please reach out to us. We'd be more than glad to assist you. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night. Thank you, Ms. Hikmah, once again, and assalamu alaikum.
Thank you for joining.